Welcome everyone. My name is Mr. Solomon. Today I have two helpers with me. This is Natalie and this is Jacques, and they're going to be helping us with some tumbling. We're doing a tumbling unit that you can do at home. We have to think about being safe. That's the first part. So you have to have an area where you have some room to move around a little bit. Make sure there's no furniture that could be dangerous that you're going to bump into. Make sure the area is clear. We happen to have mats here at our school, but at home, you're going to have to maybe have a carpet. If you have a carpeted area, that's great. If you have maybe some blankets you can put down, or towels, or even maybe your parents have some yoga mats. Couple things about when you're doing tumbling. You shouldn't have any sharp objects in your pockets, anything that's going to poke you if we're doing rolling. Please don't have any gum or food in your mouth, nothing you could choke on. We want you to be safe. Something we always say is take care of yourself. Trust your instincts. Listen to that little voice inside your head. If it's saying, I'm not really comfortable doing this, then don't do that one. We call it challenge by choice. You're not going to be doing everything unless you're comfortable doing it. If you're not comfortable, just take a break during that one. Really important, always protect your head and your neck. Nothing we do is going to have you upside down on your head or neck. If it seems like you're going to go on your head or neck, you're probably not doing it correctly. So make sure you're following along with our demonstrators, because we're not doing anything upside down our head or our neck. You can only do things in this class that we are teaching you right now at this time. Even if you've already done them before, you can do very advanced things. Maybe you take gymnastics. But even if you've done them before, it's not something we're doing in this class right now. So you can only do the things that we are going over. Before we start any of our tumbling, we start with some stretches. So first we're going to start with wrist circles. So wrist circles out, wrist circles in. Good. Another great wrist stretch is the stop sign stretch. Arm is straight, pull those fingers back. And other side, stop sign. Back scratcher stretch to one side. Back scratcher stretch to the other side. Good. Tilt your head to one side to stretch out your neck. And now the other side. Down to the floor. Up to the ceiling. Shoulder rolls forward. Shoulder rolls back. We'll do some ankle rotations. Other ankle. And now a pike stretch. So Natalie and Jacques are going to show us a pike stretch. Your legs are straight, toes to the ceiling. Try not to bend your knees. Lean forward and hold that stretch. It's okay if you don't touch your toes, just lean forward towards it. And now straddle stretch. Feet are apart, both hands out to one side. And the other side. Great, now a couple strengtheners. We're going to do high planks and low planks. So can you get into a high plank position? Hands and toes, body's nice and straight. And now into a low plank, forearms and toes. Great job. Now spaghetti and meatballs. So they're going to flip over, lie down flat for a spaghetti, and then all the way up, hug your knees, meatball. Go ahead, let's do 10 of them on our own. All the way down, all the way up. Hug your knees. I like how their knees are bending, and they're going all the way to that mat. Good, and now a seal stretch after you've done your 10. Great, and now stand right up. Okay, the first thing we're going to do are the 4 main positions that we're going to use for our tumbling unit. The first one we'd like to show you is a tuck. So Natalie and Jacques, show us a tuck. They're going to sit down, hug their knees, and this is a tuck position, used for tumbling, also used for gymnastics. And now a pike. We did a pike stretch. Well, now this is a pike where we're doing a pike position. They can put their arms out to the side, or some people put their arms out in front of them. Either one is fine. And now a straddle. Your feet are apart, and your legs are in the shape of the letter V. Your arms could also go out for this one, or sometimes in front, usually out to the side for this one. All right, looks great. And now the last one is what you might do. It's called a layout. You might do this at the end of a routine, or even at the beginning of a routine. There's a layout. It's like a ta-da at the beginning or end. I'm going to see if I can say some really fast. We call this rapid fire. And we'll see how Natalie and Jacques do. I want you to do it at home as well, as fast as we can when I call them out. Ready? Tuck. Pike. Straddle. Tuck. Pike. Straddle. Tuck. Straddle. Pike. Tuck. Layout. Straddle. Tuck. Pike. Layout. And done. Great job, both of you. Next, we're going to talk about some balances. So, for balances, you want to be able to find a spot that's fixed, meaning not moving. Something ahead of you that's about eye level, on the wall, or on whatever you have in your room. And you want to look right at that. You don't want to look down when you're trying to balance. You want to look up when you're trying to balance. Pick that little focal point and hold on to it. The first balance we're going to do is a stork stand. So your arms go out, and you're going to take the bottom of your foot and put it against the inside of your knee. And hold that for 5 seconds. Sometimes we like to say 5 monkeys. 1 monkey, 2 monkey, 3 monkey, 4 monkey, 5 monkey. And then back down. And now the other side. Other foot, sorry. Ready? Some of you might have better balance on one foot rather than the other. And then back down. Now you also might notice that we have Natalie facing this way and Jacques facing this way. So now you can see the front view and the side view, or sometimes Natalie's going to show us the side view and Jacques will show us the front view. So that's going to help you out at home to see. So if you're not sure how to do it, make sure you look at both of our helpers here. The next one's called the airplane, or the front scale. So arms out and lean forward, put your toe as high as you can out behind you, and hold that balance. If you feel yourself starting to lose your balance, just put your foot down. Please don't crash onto the floor. So these are great front scales, both of them. Look at how steady they are. Okay, come on back down. Our next one is kind of a balance. We call it a rocking chair. So for our rocking chair, Natalie's going to go over to this side of her mat over here, and Jacques, you're going to come around front. A rocking chair is, you're going to see both of them tuck down, rock back onto their shoulder blades, rock forward, and get right up. Level 1 rocking chairs, when they use their hands to push to stand right up after they have gone down and back. So let's see a level 1 rocking chair. Go ahead, tuck down, rock back, rock forward, push off the mat, and get right up. And we like to do our little layout at the end. Level 2 rocking chair would be, instead of pushing off the mat when we are getting up, you're going to punch your arms forward and then into a layup. So show us the level 2 rocking chair. Go ahead, rock back, rock forward, no hands, get right up. I like how they both have their feet squeezed together, their knees squeezed together when they do this and they get in their tuck. Can we see one more level 2 rocking chair? Tuck down, back, forward, punch those arms up, stand right up. Great job. Level 3 is a tricky one. If you know what a walkout is, they're going to do a walkout, or try to do a walkout, where as they're coming up, one leg stays straight, and then your heel digs in, and you end up standing like this, and the other leg stays bent. So this is what a level 3 rocking chair with a walkout looks like. Go ahead. Rock back, rock forward, leg goes straight, and then a walkout. Great job, both demonstrators. Can you show us one more, just so everyone at home can see it? Go ahead. Level 3 rocking chair, rock back, rock forward, get right up. Great. We're going to give both of you and you at home about 30 seconds to try some level 1, 2, and 3 rocking chairs. Go ahead, let's see. So remember, tuck down, rock forward, get right up, and then do that layout at the end every time. Great job. Do a couple more. These are called rocking chairs. It's a great way to finish any move, like sometimes when you're doing a forward roll, we're going to talk about this later, where we do a forward roll and finish with that rocking chair. Okay, great job, Natalie and Jacques. Next, we're going to do a V-sit. So you're going to be facing the same direction as you just were. And a V-sit is you're going to balance on your bottom with your feet together. So it's like a pike position, like a pike, and then you're going to bring your legs up and put your arms out to the side, and then try to get your shoulders up and your knee and your feet up. There it is. There's a great V-sit. There's a great V-sit. Point those toes away from you. They're both holding it perfectly. Good. And now get right up. That's a V-sit. Can you practice a V-sit at home? Great. Natalie and Jacques, can you show us one more V-sit? They're going to go down. V-sit. Oh, look, I like how Natalie's doing that with her arms too. That's another way to do it. Great. Come on back up. Okay. So our next one, we're going to be facing the same direction that Natalie and Jacques are facing. Okay, so Natalie, you're going to be towards that wall. Perfect. We're going to do a candlestick. The first level of a candlestick is they're going to go down, rock back, and they're going to put their arms under their hips and point their toes to the ceiling like they're a nice tall candle. And their sneakers are going to be like the candle flame on the candle. All right, let's see. So go ahead, rock back, go forward, rock back, go up. They point their toes to the ceiling. Hips are nice and far away from the floor and pushing themselves up. Now I want you to rock forward and get right up in our rocking chair. Good. We just did that rocking chair. I like how they did the layouts and then they finished. So we went from the candlestick, rocking chair, right to a layout. We're going to do level 2 of the candlestick. So this time, go ahead, go back into your candlestick, and then they're going to take their arms and push them against the floor instead of you holding their hips up. So you can try either one of these. And now rock forward and get right up. There's that rocking chair again. Great job. And they're going to do their layouts. So let's see if we can do a level 2 rocking chair into a level 2 candlestick into a level 3 rocking chair. So go ahead, candlestick. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rock forward, rocking chair, and walk out. Great. Or layout, walk out. Walk out, then layout. Okay, now we're going to take all these balances that we just learned and we're going to put them together in a little mini routine. I'm going to call it out and my friends are going to do this while we are calling it out. Remember, all balances we should hold for about 5 seconds, okay? Ready? Stork stand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into an airplane.
Back into a stork stand.
Down into a V-sit. Back into a candlestick. Remember, they're not on their necks for this one, just on the back of their shoulders. And rocking chair, walk right out of it, and a layout. Great job. All right, our next tumbling activity are going to be animal walks. Each class will introduce a couple new animal walks for you to do. The first one you can do along with us, it's called a puppy walk. So a puppy is going to be on their hands and feet. This is not hands and knees, it's hands and feet walking across the mat, or for you at home, walking around your room a little bit. All right, can I have both of my friends go ahead and start a puppy walk? You can see hands and feet. It's okay to bend your knees, but they're not actually going onto their knees. They're going to come around to the beginning again, show us another puppy walk. There it is, looks great. They're not crashing on the floor. They're not using their knees. It looks really good, okay? Great job. Okay, hopefully you had a chance to do a couple of those at home. Now we're going to go to the next one. It's called the seal walk. Now we know what a seal stretch is. We did that earlier, but now we're going to do a seal walk. So go into the seal position. And you can see that they are just on their hands. Their belly is just kind of hanging down. Their legs are just dragging behind them for this one. So go ahead and seal walk across using just your arms to pull yourself. And they're coming around to show you a few more times. Seal walk. And you can see Jacques chose to turn his hands that way, and that's okay too. There's 2 different ways to do this seal walk. It looks great. And there it is. They're using just their arms and dragging their body across the floor. Great job with our seal walks. Our last one's kind of a funny one. We love this one, but it's a little tricky too. It's called the chicken walk. Now for the chicken walk, you're going to see my friends put their feet apart, and they're going to reach down in between their legs and grab the back of their sneakers. All right, right through the middle. And then you can bend your knees when you do this. And then we're going to walk across like that. Go ahead, chicken walkers. Good. There's our chicken walk. Great job. You're going to see this a few times. Good. They make it look easier than it is. That's kind of a funny one, but a lot of fun to do. So one more chicken walk across. Great job, everyone at home, doing those chicken walks for us. So, next, we're going to talk about rolls. So we're going to be rolling across our mats. Now remember, if you have an area at home, make sure it's a little bit softer for these rolls. If it's a hard floor, you might not want to do some of the rolls. It's going to be up to you at home if you feel comfortable, if your parents feel comfortable having you do that. We have these mats. Remember, we said blankets, yoga mats, towels, or if you have a carpeted area, that's great as well. Or if you happen to have a tumbling mat, even better. So our first roll is going to be a log roll. So when we do a log roll, both Natalie and Jacques are going to lie down on the mat, put their hands up over their head, nice and straight, toes pointed, and roll as straight as you can along the floor or along your mat. If you go crooked a little bit, just straighten yourself out. Good. And then they're going to come on back around again. They're going to show you another log roll. We'll probably do 3 of them. And you can see, point the toes. Yep. And they just fix themselves if they start going crooked. Great demonstrations. Let's do one more. Give everyone at home some time to do some log rolls. There it is. Good job. And then back to the beginning. So there's our log roll. Our next roll that we're going to do is an egg roll. So Natalie and Jacques are going to lie down on their back and hug their knees. And you got to get a little momentum here and get yourself going. This is a harder one to stay straight. Go ahead, egg rollers. See if they can roll. If you start going crooked, just straighten yourself out. Try not to bump into anything. Great job getting that log roll. Or sorry, egg roll. We already did log rolls. Now we're doing the egg rolls. Great. Let's see some of those egg rolls at home. My friends are going to do one more. Excellent. Okay, now our last roll is the one I really want to talk about. This is a forward roll. Some people call it a somersault. But again, it's something that if you're not comfortable doing, we talked about listening to that little voice inside your head and trusting your instinct. If you're not comfortable doing it, we don't want you to do this one. You can just continue to do log rolls or egg rolls. But if you're comfortable trying a forward roll, remember, we said also at the beginning that we're never putting our head or our neck on the mat and putting pressure on our head or our neck. This is really going to be done onto your shoulders. The first part of the forward roll, when we're learning how to do it, is called a look-through. So, demonstrators, can you show me a look-through? They're going to put their feet apart, and they put their hands on the mat, and kind of walk your hands a little bit close to your toes, and they're trying to look through. Natalie's looking through at this curtain here, and Jacques is looking through at our wall, and we have a flag over there that maybe Jacques can see, nice up and high. So they're not on their heads. Look at their heads. Their heads are not on the mat. But they are looking through, and you can bend your knees a little bit if you need to really get through and look there, because the last part of this is pretty easy. All right, stand right up for a second. So we let them rest so we don't have all the blood rush into their head. So we did the first part in the look through. If you can do a really good look through, then you're going to have an easier time doing the forward roll. Remember, their hands were not really far away from their toes. Their hands were close to their toes. So now, after we do the look through, we're going to push with our feet and lift our seat and roll through. Remember, we go onto our shoulders, not onto our head or neck. Keep your arms strong. We see people having trouble when they start bending their arms or letting go with their arms. Your hands are always on the floor. After we roll, we're then just going to get right up. Kind of like our rocking chair that we did. So let's see, feet apart, hands on the mat, look through, push with your feet, tuck all the way through, bend, and get right up. Great job. Come on back around. Great. Feet apart again, hands on the mat. Look through, push with your feet, lift your seat, and get right up. So now let's see if Natalie or Jacques would like to try, when we finish, do that walkout. Remember the walkout we learned from the rocking chair? Let's see if we can do that. Hands on the mat. Good. Tuck, push through, walk out, lay out. Awesome job. Weren't those great forward rolls? So they both feel pretty comfortable doing this. They've done these before. If you're comfortable doing it, we're going to take another couple minutes to do a couple more. So we'll talk you through it again. Feet apart, hands on the mat, look through, lift your seat, push with your feet, get right up, lay out. Awesome job. Let's do one more. Feet apart, hands on the mat, look through, go ahead, get right up. I like how they're standing up after each one. They're not just going over and flopping onto the ground. They're doing a nice finish. You see how nice that looks when they do that layout? So that's what we're hoping to see, all right? One last one, and I think we'll be done for the day. So feet apart, hands on the mat. Look through, lift your seat, push with your feet, get right up. Awesome job. All right. How about a hand for Natalie and Jacques today? They were awesome demonstrators. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining our tumbling class today. We hope that you had a lot of fun. We're going to do some more animal walks, some more balances, some more rolls next class. So we will see you then.